Absolutely, that sounds like a fun way to practice. Let's start with the first question. Can you tell me which are the most interesting places to visit in your city? Feel free to answer whenever you're ready.
I think the most interesting places to visit in Medellin might be the Plaza Boteros Park, the Botanical Garden, and the Poblado if you like to party and splurge.
Great answer. Just a couple of tiny tweaks. Instead of saying might be the Plaza Boteros Park, you can say Plaza Botero or Botero Plaza. And instead of if you like to party and explore, you could say if you enjoy nightlife and exploring. Overall, that was really good. Whenever you're ready, you can move on to the next question.
I'm ready.
Awesome. So here's the next question. I was wondering if it is safe to walk on the streets of your city. Feel free to share your thoughts whenever you're ready.
I think some streets are safer than others, but if you are unlucky, you can get robbed anywhere.
That was great. Just a small adjustment. Instead of saying if you are unlucky, you can get robbed anywhere, you could say even in less safe areas, there's always a risk. But overall, that was clear and well expressed. Whenever you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
I'm ready.
Perfect. Here's the next question. Can you tell me what you should do to avoid being robbed in your city? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and share your thoughts.
To prevent you from being robbed, I recommend never flaunting money in the street or public places, and be careful where you take out your cell phone.
That was really good. Just a couple of small tweaks. Instead of saying flouting money, you can say displaying money or showing money. And instead of be careful where you take out yourself, you could say be careful when you take out your belongings. But overall, you did a fantastic job. Whenever you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
I'm ready. I am ready. Can we move to the next question, please? I am ready. I am ready.
Absolutely. Let's keep going. So the next question is, I'd like to know what you think about the security issue in your city. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and share your thoughts.
The security in the city is lacking. There are not enough police officers, and the crime rate is high. That's it. That's all. That was all my answer.
Great job. Just a slight refinement. Instead of saying the security in the city is lacking, you could say the city's security is insufficient, or the security situation is inadequate. And instead of the crime rate is high, you could say the crime rate is elevated. Overall, you did really well. Whenever you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
I'm ready. I am ready.
Perfect. So the next question is, can you tell me which are the main festivities or celebrations in your city? Feel free to share whenever you're ready.
The main events, or the main there are many activities in Medellin, like the flower fair in August and the dazzling Christmas light display along the river in December.
That was really well said. Just a tiny tweak. Instead of saying there are many activities in Medellin, you could say there are many events in Medellin. And also, instead of the flower fair in August, you can say the flower fair in August with capital letters for the proper noun. But overall, that was great. Whenever you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
I am ready. I am ready. I am ready now. Can we move to the next question, please?
Of course. So the next question is, I'd like to know what people do in the flower fair. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and share your insights.
There are many activities at flower fair, like the old classic cars parade, open air concerts, and the main event, the flower parade.
That was really well put. Just a small tweak. Instead of saying the flower fair, you can say the flower fair with capital letters, since it's a proper name. Also, you might say the main event, the flower parade, if that's the correct name. But overall, it was great. And whenever you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
I am ready.
Perfect. So the next question is, can you tell me about a good place to eat in your city? Whenever you're ready, I'm excited to hear your answer.
There are many good restaurants in the city with a wide variety of options.
That was great. Just a tiny refinement. Instead of saying a wide variety of options, you could say a wide variety of cuisines or a wide range of cuisines. But overall, it was really clear and well done. Whenever you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
I am ready now.
What is your favorite local food in your city? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and share your answer, and then we'll move on from there.
My favorite typical dish is bandeja paisa or paisa tray. That's it.
Of course. So your answer about the local food was great. We can definitely move on to the next question. The next one is, do you know how the traffic in your city is? Whenever you're ready, let me know your answer, and we'll keep going from there.
There is too much traffic in Medellin, but on the other hand, I think metro public transport system is very efficient.
No worries at all. We can definitely keep going. So the next question is, do you think it's a good idea to rent a car to drive around the city? Feel free to share your thoughts whenever you're ready, and then we'll keep moving forward.
I think renting a car just to drive around the city is a good idea if you are traveling with a large group or if you plan to visit the towns outside the city. And that's all. That was all my answer.
Perfect. That was a great answer. All right, let's move on to the next question. The next one is, what is the most popular type of music in your city? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and let me know, and we'll continue from there.
Most people in the city enjoy listening to reggaeton or vallenatos. And that was all my answer.
That was really well.
Please continue.
Absolutely. Let's keep going. The next question is, can you tell me the names of some famous singers from your city? Whenever you're ready, feel free to share, and we'll keep moving along.
There are too many famous singers from Medellin, such as Juanes, Karol G, and so on.
That was great. All set with that answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Can you tell me about any cultural traditions or ingrained behaviors that many people share in your city? Whenever you're ready, just let me know and we'll keep going.
There are too many people who think that every soccer match is an opportunity to have a party or to get drunk.
How significant is soccer for people in Medellin? Feel free to share your thoughts, and then we'll move on to the next question.
Most people really love soccer, but some take it so seriously that they forget it's just a sport, and unfortunately, this can lead to physical altercation and an increase in crime.
That was great. Just a couple of small adjustments. You could say most people really love soccer, but some take it so seriously that they forget it's just a sport. And unfortunately, this can lead to physical altercations and an increase in crime. Overall, you did really well, and your English is quite clear. Let me know when you're ready for the next question.
I am ready.
Awesome. So the next question is, which area of Medellin would you suggest staying in? Whenever you're ready, just let me know your thoughts.
To stay in Medellin, I suggest quieter areas with low noise and low traffic, such as Laureles or El Poblado.
That was really good. Just a small tweak. You could say, I would suggest quieter areas with low noise and low traffic, such as Laureles or El Poblado. Overall, you did great, and your English is very clear. Let me know if you'd like any more feedback, or if you have any other questions.
No, that was it. That was all. We are done, and thank you so much, ChatGPT, for helping me to practice my English. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you ever want to practice again, just let me know. Have a great day.